Please welcome the startups that advocate productivity and efficiency. For Tarkie, a workforce management and productivity solution that helps companies improve the performance of their field employees, we have Ilao. For Taxumo, an end-to-end online tax assistance platform for self-employed individuals and professionals that automates tax computation, submission, and payment, we have Arboleda.
Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, I am Ilao of Tarkie.
And I'm Arboleda of Taxumo.
Before becoming entrepreneurs, and I both worked in Fortune 500 companies. And so we're used to a corporate culture that embraced efficiency as well as effectiveness. In fact, we were trained on how to do sound cost-benefit analysis, how to manage customers professionally, and how to work within a streamlined process.
So when we took the leap into our own businesses, we were both shocked at the level of inefficiency a normal business has. Valuable resources are lost, and we chalk it up to Pinoy talaga, or sorry, third world lang.
That's true. My husband and I actually own a retail business with close to 100 employees. And one of our challenges is managing our field-based employees. Our delivery personnel can only do a maximum of 4 trips a day. And that is in spite of several process improvements. We trusted them, so we believe that was the best they can do. So imagine our surprise when a new hire comes along and was able to do consistently 6 to 8 trips a day. That's almost twice that number. It was too huge a discrepancy to just ignore and attribute to luck. So we knew that there was something fishy going on.
So in my case, when my wife and I went into business, we were shocked at how much time and effort we spent on taxes. We spent almost a week collating receipts, computing dues, filling out those complicated tax forms, and lining up at the bank. A self-employed individual needs to make 16 tax submissions in a year. That's the minimum, 16. So we got an accountant. And then we found out that our accountant wasn't paying our taxes properly. We had to pay a huge penalty. Taxes have been a fixture in our nightmares ever since. These experiences that we shared, they're not unique. When we spoke to our peers, they have the exact same problem. So do we just accept that? No. We deserve better. We can do better.
So we asked ourselves, can we use technology to solve our problems? The answer is yes. And so we built Tarkie and Taxumo. Tarkie is a productivity solution that helps companies improve the performance of their field employees through data, transparency, and automation. As a business owner, we know that our people are our greatest assets. It is very important to trust them and to give them our full support so that they will always work at their very best. But at the same time, we realize that we also need to put the proper controls in place to keep them focused and motivated. So how does Tarkie improve productivity? Let me share with you the success story of one of our clients, Bounty Fresh Chooks to Go. Chooks to Go was actually 250 field employees to manage its 1,200 stores nationwide. This is a mix of sales coordinators, auditors, veterinarians, engineers, and store maintenance staff. And with Tarkie, from zero, now they have full visibility on the activities of their field teams. They actually use Tarkie for their attendance, their coverage and itinerary planning, their location, and also their performance evaluation. And what are the results so far? On attendance, within the first month of implementing Tarkie, they found out that the average time in was 10:30 a.m. And the average time out was 4:50 p.m. That's just 5 hours of work. Again, this is across 250 employees, so imagine there are actually time-ins as late as after lunch, and there are time-outs as early as 2 p.m. But with the help of Tarkie, within just 3 months, they've managed to improve this to 8 hours. Next, they also found out that on the average, 33% of the time was spent on travel, and therefore, there is opportunity to optimize the route. And so one of the action steps we're working on now is route planning and route optimization. Next, with Tarkie's secure and tamper-proof photos with geotags and date and time stamps, they also got to see the real condition of their stores. Freezers that are insufficiently stocked, frontage and merchandising, and quality and cleanliness. Finally, Tarkie also helped them map out their stores, so they get to see which areas are saturated and which areas are actually white space and therefore good for expansion. All these data and intervention eventually led to an overall improvement in their performance metrics. Compliance to itinerary is now up to 90%, and store coverage increased by 20%. And these results are not just for one client, because Tarkie has been enabling over 1,000 field employees nationwide.
Taxumo, on the other hand, helps small business owners, employees, professionals, and freelancers. And our mission is to help these people with their taxes, which is one of the key sources of anxiety in any business, thus allowing them to focus on their passion. So how do we do that? As a user, they only have to enter their income and expense. That's it. In real time, they can see their tax dues, so they immediately know how much they have to set aside. When the tax deadline comes, they simply press a button, and Taxumo takes care of the rest. Taxumo automatically computes how much they have to pay, including applicable penalties or fees. It then fills out the relevant tax forms automatically, and it accepts your tax payments online through the platform itself. Taxumo will then take care of submitting your form and paying your dues directly to the BIR. No more lining up at the bank or at the RDO. So our customers, they're constantly surprised at how simple the tax process is in Taxumo. We've received various variations of, "It's really that simple," and "Wait a minute, I'm done?" That's exactly the reactions that we want. From August to October this year, we conducted our validation testing to check if we had a good product market fit. And I'm happy to report that we achieved a 9% conversion rate, above our target of 7%, which is what a successful software as a service normally achieves. We also achieved a 90% retention rate, showing that the customers who tried Taxumo once trusted the system enough to file their subsequent tax returns through the platform as well. Lastly, we achieved a 24% weekly growth rate, well beyond our target of 3.75%. It signifies that our marketing was on point and we were reaching the right people.
I'm proud to say that we are not only the founders, but we are also users of our own product. When we implemented Tarkie in our own company, we saw at least a 50% improvement. From 4 trips, now everyone is able to do at least 6 trips a day.
And for us, when we used Taxumo for our business, we were able to reduce our time spent from a week to around 5 minutes every month. With a renewed focus on the things that really mattered, we were able to grow our business. From 3 event directors, we were able to grow it to 20. These benefits that we experienced ourselves are the same benefits that we want you to have, the type of growth that we also want you to experience.
We both believe in the vision of a more prosperous Philippines by 2030. And through our startups, we hope that in our own little way, we are contributing towards that vision. Having said that, we also believe that the Philippines is simply the first step.
That's right. The benefits we bring and the value we promise is as relevant to the rest of Southeast Asia as they are to the Philippines. So our dream of growth and prosperity extends to our neighboring countries as well.
Again, I am Rio of Tarkie.
And I'm